Welcome, and thank you for tuning in. Just to quickly take care of some admin issues, we appear to have inexplicably lost access to our previous narrator, so we had to come up with an alternative to continue publishing. We will be going through a variety of options to see if we can come to a consensus opinion, and to this end we will be conducting some polling to find out what you prefer. So please bear with us. If you enjoy this video, we invite those of you who haven't yet done so, to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the notification icon, to be notified when the next one is uploaded. We'd like to urge those of you who haven't yet done so, to sign our online petition for an inquiry into the BBC and Channel 4's coverage of Lewis Hamilton and Abu Dhabi. A link has been provided in the description. If you are on X, then please repost our tweet. Thank you. In this video, we will be looking at what the marriage between the most valuable driver and the most valuable team, which equates to the most valuable union, means for the team and for F1. We thought it would be interesting to start off by posing the question to Google to see what their interactive AI comes up with, and then comparing that with what we have assimilated over the years. The first thing that struck us immediately was Google not including the over $10 billion spike in Ferrari market valuation on news of the transfer last year, among the benefit to Ferrari. One can't help but wonder why a record-breaking multi-billion-pound surge in share valuation should be so easily discounted, but never mind. However, they did acknowledge that the union had the potential to significantly boost Ferrari's commercial appeal and attract new sponsors and fans. The language suggests that Google's answer was framed sometime in 2024, but nevertheless, we can confirm that the referenced potential has since been fulfilled, because the union has attracted new sponsors and fans. For example, on the back of Carlos' departure and Sir Lewis's arrival, Ferrari replaced the Spanish bank Santander, a premium sponsor, with the leading Italian-headquartered pan-European bank, UniCredit. But notably, they also secured the US technology titan HP as title sponsor. The first one since the departure of Philip Morris in 2021. Critically, this deal was struck in the wake of the announcement of the Hamilton signing. Puma followed Sir Lewis from Mercedes to Maranello. Ferrari have historically generated the biggest single sponsorship deals in Formula One, while Mercedes have generated the most revenue in total. However, following their union, Ferrari are now primed to generate more total revenue while also boasting of the biggest single sponsorship deal. So, it is reasonable to expect that Ferrari will be overtaking Mercedes at the top of the sponsorship revenue generating table with the record-breaking deals that have come with Sir Lewis. Ferrari sponsors are enjoying well-documented heightened exposure from the Hamilton effect, which will only increase during the year. By the same token, Mercedes can expect to suffer a drop in revenue from losing the most marketable asset in F1. As we have mentioned in a previous video, we are skeptical about Oracle's reported $100 million Red Bull title sponsorship, which was announced on the back of the 2021 theft. We have contended that the deal was part of the gaslighting effort spearheaded by Liberty Media's then CEO, and Oracle's former president Greg Maffei, to prop up Verstappen's fraudulent installation, as Oracle went from technical services provider to title sponsor, with the type of market-defying deal that even Manchester City would be ashamed of. Furthermore, the size of the Oracle deal ranges from $60 to $100 million per year depending on the day you Google it. The HP-Ferrari deal is between two unrelated partners, with no corporate governance issues around lack of board independence, as is characteristic of Oracle and Liberty Media. We also know that Red Bull have taken a hit on sponsorship revenue, which will likely continue for the foreseeable future given their tag as the official villains of the sport. Moving on to the matter of fans, it is now evident that the potential recognized by Google AI has since been realized, but hang on a minute, didn't Liberty Media claim that the Hamiltons' dominance was turning off new fans, back when they were acquiring the broadcast rights? Didn't they produce a fake survey in 2021, acknowledging that they were struggling to attract younger fans and females, but Max and Lando were more popular than Sir Lewis because they were more popular amongst the younger and female demographic that they were struggling to attract? This outrageous claim was made under circumstances where on the three social media platforms named by F1, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, Hamilton's profile was so far ahead of all the others combined that it was simply statistically impossible for any credible survey conducted via those platforms to have produced nothing other than him as the favorite. But hey, never mind, Zach Brown has just received his long-awaited reward for producing the survey. Our regulars will be aware that we have been monitoring the social media following of F1, Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari and their 3 leading drivers. We offer no apologies for not having included McLaren and Lando, and can confirm that our data does support the conclusion that Sir Lewis's transfer to Ferrari has indeed boosted the profile of the team and the sport. But critically, it also tells us that the Mercedes social media profile was the only one in our sample to decrease and then freeze, which suggests to us that something has been done to halt the evidence of their declining social media presence. If any of you can shed any light on this development, please do so in the comments. After a drop between January and February, the Mercedes figures for March have been exactly the same on all the 3 platforms. This is just statistically impossible unless the count has been frozen across all the 3 platforms. By contrast, Hamilton, who has almost triple the numbers for the others, has continued to grow steadily, including a sharp spike in February. After a static period between January and February, Max and Red Bull both exhibited a minimal increase in March. However, Charles and Ferrari have both been showing steady growth all year, with a spike in the figures for Ferrari between January and February that can be attributed to Hamilton's arrival. Interestingly, F1 did not enjoy a spike in February, which would suggest that the Hamilton effect was felt primarily at Ferrari, and the sport is still struggling to overcome the reputational damage from Abu Dhabi. Nevertheless, the sport has continued to enjoy steady growth, which makes the Mercedes freeze stand out even more. Perhaps this is why F1, that had gone to extreme lengths to rid itself of the GOAT, is now working so assiduously to get on to the LHFX. It would appear that the public goodwill for Sir Lewis that is showing up in the Ferrari market valuation, social media engagement, merchandising and sponsorship is not necessarily transferring to F1 at present. We did a video last year which showed that the Hamilton effect translated into sell-out tickets for the Grand Prix held in Italy, after several years of dwindling attendance that had put the future of one of the venues at risk. Now, one can fully expect similar increases in ticket sales across other venues as fans will be eager to see Hamilton in red. It remains to be seen whether an increase in ticket sales and viewing figures translates into an improvement in the sport's reputation, because it appears that public goodwill for Hamilton and Ferrari is not extending to F1. There could very possibly be a situation where success for Hamilton and Ferrari, which the sport appears to need desperately, only serves to highlight the injustice of 2021. How the heck will the media be able to talk about his 8 with Ferrari without talking about the 8th that was stolen? When it comes to the matter of merchandising, as we have shown in previous videos, Ferrari are selling out of Hamilton merchandise faster than they can produce them. We are not aware of any other team selling merchandise at any substantive level, not to talk of matching or exceeding that of Hamilton. In conclusion, it is now clear that Sir Lewis had never hampered the sport's growth as Liberty Media had falsely proclaimed when they were leading the campaign to push him out, and now that he has made his way out of Mercedes to Ferrari, the lie has been exposed. Forza Ferrari.